guys, this is Isabella Illustrations here, and welcome to a new video. So today's video is going to be an art book video, but not the animation art books. The art books that like teach you how to draw, and I have two art books that are just art that I've never shown you guys that I'm going to show you as well. But before that, I want to make an announcement. I'm making this video instead of a vlog for you guys because I'm not going to be making a vlog for the next 2 weeks, probably because, sadly, my dog Molly passed away, and I can't stop crying today. So, just thought I'd let you guys know, since she's been in my vlogs and you guys know her, she's not going to be in them anymore. It was really hard for me. But without further ado, let's get to the video. So this book I got in elementary school at this thing called the Scholastic Book Fair. I loved these. I went to every single one, always tried to get something. I loved the book fair. And one year I picked up this, the Usborne Book of Art. I still pronounce it the same way I did back then. I don't know if it's the right one, but I saw this book and I was immediately enthralled. It looked gorgeous. It's a complete introduction for beginners, so it like goes into a lot of history of art and stuff. So this is the back. Let me just give you guys a little bit of a preview. Goes through a lot of the different ages of art and the history behind certain art movements. So like really cool paintings and stuff, like done by professional, very old, dead artists. But the art is still fantastic, and it goes through the ages, and I love it. I think it's like a good art history book. I used to love this picture, Ophelia. It's gorgeous. Oh, and then there was, oops. Anyway, so yeah, this book has some Picasso. It has pretty much everyone. Van Gogh. It has some people I've never heard of, but it is really cool. It covers so much. I highly recommend it. Even the Mona Lisa's in here. So, yeah, this book was like $30, so I spent quite a lot. But I've thoroughly enjoyed looking through this. I think I might take a gander at this again. I haven't looked at this book in a long time. But this is basically the story of Western art. And yeah, it covers from ancient Egyptian tomb decorations to the great masters of European painting right up to the present day. And yeah, I highly recommend this book if you want to learn a bit about the history of art, which tends to be boring, but I actually think that I'm actually interested in reading this, which I haven't read it. I just looked at the pictures in elementary school. But now that I'm an older person, I think I would actually give this a read. So, yeah, I really like this book. The next book I have is also an art book, but is more for like behind the scenes of comic book art, and that is the My Little Pony comics. The Art is Magic book, which I love the art in those comics, especially Andy Price. He did the cover. Oh my god, the artwork in these comics, I absolutely love them, and that's why I had to get this book. They have concepts, they have all kinds. Like, look at these. Like, I love behind the scenes stuff like this. And then there's some just finished work. which I think is really cool. You even got little Screwball. I love her. She's so great. Yeah, so you got different art by different artists who did the comics. This one's hilarious. I love this page. And yeah, there's a lot of also sketches to inking, which is really nice. And I'm happy to have this book now that the comics are kind of not as good anymore. This is the saloon one. Cute. Oh yeah. This was the Chrysalis cover. And the hippie rarity. Yeah. They did a lot of the Andy Price. They show a lot of the Andy Price work in this book, which is why I got it. I love his stuff. I mean, look at all this detail. Fantastic. Oh. He even did this Luna one. So beautiful. So, if you're a My Little Pony fan and you like the comics, I highly suggest getting this book, because if you like art and behind the scenes kind of stuff, then I think you'll really like this. This style too is amazing. This is a different artist. I don't remember her name. Ooh. What is her name? Is it a she or is it? Yeah, Sarah Richard. Okay. Like, look at these. These rival Andy Prices, I think. I mean, look at them. They're gorgeous. As an artist, you can't just look at that and be like, yeah, this is the sketch and then the finished product. I love sketches. Oh, they're so fun. But yeah. And then the Siege of the Crystal Empire ones with, yeah, King Sombra and Hope. I totally shipped those two. That was one of my favorite runs of the comics, was the Siege of the Crystal Empire comics. I bought them as they were coming out. So I read that whole storyline as it was coming out. I highly recommend it. Anyway, I highly recommend this book as well. So much behind the scenes, so much of the finished work that you get to own, and it's gorgeous. So any My Little Pony fan who loves the art of the comics or just loves art in general, I highly suggest you get this, because it is really beautiful and I love it. Now time to get to the actual drawing instruction books where they teach you how to draw, which are actually more useful probably, since I'm self-taught mostly through YouTube and books. So this one may seem childish, but perspective is very difficult for some people to get, especially for me. So I found this book at a secondhand sale at my school, and it teaches you how to draw things in 3D, and yeah, it's a step-by-step guide to perspective drawing. And yeah, I like this because it simplifies and does everything by step. It teaches you so much stuff in just a small little book. Like, it teaches you from the starting point to doing your name in 3D to blocks in 3D, space. And then you can start doing 1-point perspective. And then it's like teaching you how to add things in, like aliens that aren't there. They're like the ship in perspective, which is really cool. Teaches you how to do interiors, which are really hard for me. And it teaches you how to do exteriors and cars as well. Even some bridges, which is really cool. But yeah, every artist has to start somewhere. And yeah, then there's the car. Some people really like drawing cars. I can't draw cars. So this is helpful. This one teaches you to draw a checkerboard, a house, like. This book is just really simple, and it's really informative, and I highly recommend getting it. It even does 3-point perspective and 2-point perspective, and yeah, it really simplifies things. So whether you're just learning or you're a good artist who just can't do perspective or can't understand it, this is definitely a really good book. The next book I got was a book I'd originally gotten at the library and then wanted to get. And this is the DK Artists Drawing Techniques. They have multiple books of this. They have like painting techniques and all kinds. But yeah, this was like expensive. This is like $40. But it is really good. It's really informative. It really helps you do all kinds of different things. Oh my god, there's so much stuff. There's beginner techniques, intermediate techniques. There's advanced techniques for like pencil, charcoal, pen and ink, colored pencil, pastels. Like, it's all here. It's like amazing. I loved pastels at one point. I even like doing pen and ink, but very like, not messy ink. I don't like that. Sometimes I'll do colored pencil art as well, which is why this book is very good for me. But yeah, they teach you the basics. But there's lots of good art in here too. Not just instruction, but it's a beautiful book. Like, look at this. You gotta be dumb not to, like, think this is great. Like, look at this figure drawing. Oh, I'm in love. This figure drawing. Charcoal is really good for figure drawing. We did that for our figure drawing class. We had to use charcoal, and it was really helpful in getting some really good line work. Lots of charcoal. Now we're in the pen territory and ink. And some more inky stuff like markers and some colored pencils. Colored pencils are great for rendering. I've used them and they made stuff I've done like look so real. Like, look at this. Beautiful. Okay, before I show you the whole book, yeah, it teaches you a bunch of techniques. So I highly recommend this if you like what you saw. And yeah, it's nice and thick, but it's definitely worth it. I have looked through this. It even has a color theory to help you, which I hate color theory and I don't understand it. But this will definitely help me out. So I should probably tab that page. Sorry if this is taking so long. I'm going through a rough time. Next one is a perspective book as well. And this one really simplifies things as well. And that's why I picked this up at like a secondhand store. This is Perspective Made Easy by Ernest R. Norling. This isn't a popular book, but it should be because it's so good. And it teaches so much. Anything you need to know about perspective is in here. It's like insane how much they fit. It explains everything in simple ways that you can understand. It shows you examples. Like, the old school illustrations, I dig them. They're so cool. I mean, oh. Yeah, this is the cover art. I never noticed that before, but now I do. But yeah, this book is definitely something I should look at more when I'm having difficulty with something. But you can't always have a book physical on hand at school, so I just have it here. And the final book, hopefully this wasn't too long, it's a new one I got recently, and it's a Christopher Hart book. Now, I've been a fan of this guy for so long. He's like a cartoonist who writes tons of art books, but his books are so expensive. And I found one at a secondhand store for so cheap. And I was so happy and excited. And this is for drawing animals, which I suck at. So I'm so happy to see these step-by-step instructions on how to understand animal anatomy, how to draw them simply with shapes and stuff like that, which I already understood the whole shape theory for drawing things, but it's just animals have always been difficult. So this book has so many animals. It has dogs, it has cats, it has so many different positions. It teaches you about the bones, it teaches you so many cool things. And the cats. Cats are cute. I like cats. Cats. Then you get to horses. So if you're a horse person, deer. I love deer. I've always wanted to draw deer, but I suck at drawing deer. Now I can not suck at drawing deer. Then bears, which I wanted to draw too, so I'm so happy I have this book. I can draw panda bears if I want. Lions, even though I'm not a big fan of lions, but elephants I'm a big fan of. So yeah, it teaches you all kinds, and there's more animals in the back. Like pigs and goats and giraffes and things. So I'm really excited to use this book and hopefully improve my animal drawing capabilities. Will it? Who knows? Will I have time to practice this? Probably not till the summer. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Sorry it was so long. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed, please give it a like. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Probably the week of April 8th for when I start filming my next vlog. So, bye guys.